Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm making an Ermac guide. He's got full range projectiles that capture, so you can do full combos. He's got a teleport to get away from all the spammers. He's got 40% combos. He's fast. He's got pretty much everything. So I'll try to teach you everything I know with Ermac. On screen, you can see these are his best three normals that I believe are his best three normals. He's got ankle snap, which is back three. This is a really quick low, and the reason why it's so good is because it can go into a full combo, which the combo does 38% damage, and it's not too hard to do. He's got the mix up, which is his overhead, which is forward 4. This is actually punishable, but it is extremely quick. But the follow up, you usually do this no matter what. So this is punishable, but not by too many things, because it's even harder to punish online. So forward 4 is really good, and then he's got his jump X kick, which you can combo out of it just by doing this and get like a really tasty 36%. But the reason why this is so good is because of when they choose to jump. It's really useful, because you can just hit them anti-air, full combo, and it works really well, especially against scorpions. I find that they're always jumping in the air, but this will beat them in the air. So these are what I believe are his best strings. The first one is back 1-2. This is just really good for pressure. I mean, if you're up close and you want to poke, it's really fast, and it's really hard to get out of, especially if you do a low kick in between. And then once they start blocking that, you can just start doing overheads instead of the low, which will get a full combo. So I find that that's pretty good for pressure. And the other option to back 1-2 is back 1 down 2. The reason why I like this is just to maintain corner pressure, because with the corner combo, your usual combo will look like this, which will take them out of the corner. But with back 1 down 2, you want to sacrifice a little bit of life, like say 5% or something, in order to keep them in the corner. So instead of doing the telly, you just do this, and then bam, that's 37%. They're down on the ground and ready for a mix up. So, and then for instance, once you do this, then they're back stuck in the corner, and it's mix ups for days. So that's really useful. Next string is certain death, which is very important for his combos, which is forward 2-1 down 2. It boosts them in the air pretty much. So what you want to do is, after you do this, you do the jump kick into jump X into teleport into forward 4, back forward 2. I'll talk about his soul ball more later, but yeah, this string is really good. It's also safe, so if you do this, you can block. I like to do, if they happen to block, to do down X or down 3, just because it's super fast, it's a low, and they always try and hit you like after you do this, because they think it's punishable. So you'll be able to hit them with this and then start doing your mix-ups once again, so it's pretty much like free pressure. Next string, I talked about back 3 before and how good it is with the combos, but the extension is back 3-2-1, which looks like this. It does a massive amount of damage, 17%, and it's a low into overhead, which will get a lot of people. This bit is punishable if they happen to block it, but again, it is very hard to punish on reaction, just because if they happen to block the low high, they're so worried about that they find it hard to punish. So where I find this string really useful is like after combos. So for instance, say I've just ended with the soul ball, right? and I've ended with this. You can do this string straight after as like sort of a reset. So I'll just show you the full combo real quick. Whoops. And then here you can just do that. It's very fast, and it does a massive amount of damage. And even then, they have to worry about the whole combo, worry about the timing, then they have to worry about the low to overhead. So it's extremely hard to block. So next one is back 3-4. This is just if they are happening to block. I don't really use it often because they don't really block this, but if they are blocking it, when they go to block the overhead, it'll do a low, and then you only have to do this once, and then they'll be scared about the low, so then you can keep doing the overhead. But I don't really use it too often, but it's just something you can use, and it's pretty useful. And then, of course, there's the forward 3-4 instead of back 3-4. This one has a double overhead. That's the only reason I like it, because it's pretty quick, and it does 15% damage, which is a ton. But again, I don't really use this string too often because I'd rather just do my forward 4 overhead into combo. But it this one's a lot safer. So these are his special moves. First one's Soul Blast, which it may not look that good. Hold on, let me just take him off block real quick. It may not look that good, but it's actually a really strong wake up. So if you're put in the corner and you're put down, and they've got a lot of pressure on you, this wake up is extremely quick. It's a mid, and it's really good. You can also meter burn it. It doesn't do any more damage, but it makes it safe, and it's also got like massive pushback, so that will easily get you out of the corner. But this seems to do the job, and then you can just jump over them because most of them are pretty stunned. So that's very useful wake up. That's pretty much the only time you use it. You've got the air one, which I don't really use too often. The only time you might use it is if you're trying to do pressure and you've got an instant overhead with it. But even that, it's like this is pretty hard to do it super quick. But he's also got down back 1. I'm sure you guys have all seen this move. It's alright. It only does 4% damage, but if you meter burn it, you can combo off of it. Back 1-2 into Soul Ball. And then blah 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 blah. But I don't really think it's that useful. I don't really ever use it, especially in this variation, especially when you have this Soul Ball. In your combos, some people like to use it as an ender. I don't. I'd rather just prefer to do the Soul Ball. It does more damage, and I find it easier to do, but other people don't. It's an alright wake up at distance, but it is very punishable if they happen to block it. So I don't really use it, but you can use it in combos. I don't find that it gives you that much more damage, really. It gives you like an extra 2% for 1 bar of meter, so it's not really worth it. So I'd probably stay away from this move. It has its uses, but overall I don't really use it. So next you have his teleport. His teleport is one of the best things about him. So you've got the one on the ground, and you've also got the one in the air. The one on the ground, you can get like a small combo, or not a small combo, but it is pretty hard to do. So it's like that. So what you want to do is you tele down 1 into Soul Ball, but it is quite hard to do just because it's more like sort of like Aaron Black's command grab. You got to do down 1 and then sort of slide your fingers to the back to forward. And online it's pretty hard to do. So, but for his air teleport, it's very easy to combo out of. All you do is you do forward 4 into Soul Ball, and you can get quite a lot of damage off it too. Yeah, like 30+%. So that's really useful if you got someone like Jackie or someone like Kano that's cybernetic and just spamming you. It's really easy to just teleport into full combo and get an easy 32%. You also have the meter burn versions of it. So the meter burn version on the ground does this. This is easy to combo out of. I see people try and do forward 4 into the soul ball, which you can do, but I don't do that, just because online I find it easier just to go straight into the soul ball, and by the end of it, it does practically the same damage. So that is good. It's also it's a good wake up as well, because if they run at you, you meter burn it, so you've got a tiny bit of armor, so you can like take a hit. It then hits him in the back, and it gives you a full combo. So it's really useful. Here's meter burn air one. Is the same. You can combo out of it, but I don't really use his air one too often, except for at the end. It's actually one of his brutalities. So if you meter burn air teleport, even on block, if you chip damage enough, it'll do a nice brutality that looks pretty cool. So that's it for his telly. The next thing you can see is his hover. Now that's down, down, up, which looks like this. It takes him into this, which you can do a few moves out of. The best move that I use is down X. It's a low, but most people for some reason think it's unblockable, so they just try and jump it non-stop. But it actually has a really weird hitbox that if you jump and they're like starting to come down, it'll hit them anyway, even though they're not on the ground. So it's really useful. You can also do down back triangle from it, and also teleport. So you've got a few options. Wait, I think you can also do... I know you can't. But this, if you've just finished a combo, say for instance like this, you can actually use it after the combo, and it's pretty hard to block, especially if you don't use it all the time. So that's why it's really good, because you've got this projectile which captures them into a full combo, so you can just run at them full combo. But if they start blocking because they don't want to get hit by this, you can start mixing them up with the lows, which makes it a lot harder to block, and they don't want to just sit there and take chip damage, so they'll start to run in, which then you can use the soul ball and get your combos. So his best move is, or what I think is his best move, as you can see it says soul ball, which back forward 2, which is this. This is the whole reason I use the Master of Souls variation. So if you don't already know, he has 3 orbs that go around him, like the green orbs. That means that his soul ball is charged, so that means it'll capture him. If you happen to do it once, you can see there's only 1, which means it won't actually capture, it'll just hit him. Now, doing a soul ball will use up 1 of them if you don't already have 3. So even if you have 2, it won't work, and you can see it goes back to 1. So it is pretty quick to recharge, especially considering you can use it in combos to get 40% without any meter. But if you happen to want to do a reset combo, you can meter burn it and it will have the same effect. So if you don't have 3 orbs, you can meter burn it, it'll have the same effect, which you will have to do if you want to do resets, such as this combo into the low reset. You will have to meter burn it, because your orb doesn't recharge fast enough for it to actually capture them. You can just do it and get 13%. Hold up. Get 11% No, 15%. So you can just do it, get 15% if you don't want to meter burn it and get the rest of the combo. But you can also do it in the air, which is really useful, especially for people who like to jump. If you can time it well enough, you can actually do it where it's like, we'll hit them on the ground and we'll also hit them in the air, which makes it like practically unstoppable because you have to block it. You can't jump it or nothing. So that's really good. He's also got his vanish, which is also I use a lot for the mind game sort of thing. This is what it looks like. He disappears and you can't touch him in the time that he's in this. So the reason I like to use it, like say after I end a combo, instead of dashing in and doing mix up, I'll dash in and just go invisible over their head. And the reason why I like this is because most people try and down to you or try and hit you, and if they whiff it, you can just let go, do it the overhead into the combo and get really good damage. You can get like 33% or something like that. So it is really good. I also like doing it at far range, and people will start like trying to shoot you or something, and then you can just come out soul ball, and it hits a lot of people, like a lot. So it is really good for mind games. You can just use it as pressure, but I don't recommend doing it on the floor because it is there is a certain amount of frames. I'm not quite sure, but when you come out of this, you can be punished. So try not to just hold it forever. Try to actually time when you want to come out, because it is very effective. But if you don't use it properly, you'll get punished. So that's pretty much it. I mean, his basic combo off a jump in is jump 2, forward 2, 1, down 2, which will pop them in the air. Then jump 3, down back 4, jump 3, down back 4, into forward 4, back forward 2. So that will capture them. So it looks like this. And then from here you can, I like to do for that specific combo, jump 2 into back 1, 2, which leaves them standing at minus frames, so you're able to do a mix up, either the overhead or the low into the soul ball. But it's really important combo. It does heaps of damage, and you really need to get it down if you want to use Ermac, because it just sets up so many opportunities. He's also got his combo off his overhead or low is the same, so it's just that the overhead or the low into the soul ball like this, and then you want to go jump in, forward 2, 1, down 2, jump X, down back 4, forward 4, back forward 2. I know this is confusing, but if you use him in practice mode, you'll understand and you can work it out. And that does, I mean, 40% no meter. It's amazing. It's really good. So for finishing moves, these are the only ones I've unlocked. I just a little extra. I do brutalities. You can use this on block, and it's really good. You've also got this move from which is back forward 1. From once you capture them, you can do back forward 1 and then continue your combo. I don't really do this in combos, but just because I find you get less damage. But at the end of a game, if you've done a 10 hit combo, which all of the combos that I've shown are 10 hit, that one's 11 into a reset, you can actually do the brutality, which is back forward square, after you catch them in a soul ball and rip their body apart. So that's just a little extra. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's it. So start practicing. I'll see you later. Bye.